Hey, what's up? I'm VB. This is AG. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so AG is this indie game made by a guy named Daniel Amar. This is his most well-known game. It's a level-based Metroidvania type thing. It's got non-linear levels with lots of hidden secrets. There's 10 different sectors I'm gonna go through. This is Sector 1. This is an 80% run, which, sure you know, means get to the end as fast as possible. What makes AG unique is it has these attributes you can see down in the bottom right. I'll go over what they do as time goes on. But you saw me pick out those blue orbs. Those are nano, and they allow me to level up my stats at these stat stations. Whenever, so I can level up and do different things. So right now, the only weapon I have is the shotgun. It's pretty useless, but I actually don't want to kill people right now, kill any of the aliens, for reasons that I will say in a bit. I need to kill less than 2 by the end of Sector 2. Or less than 10, I apologize. By the end of Sector 2. If I kill more than 10, bad stuff happens, but I'll get to that later. Sector 1's really basic, just run right to the end. So you've seen my armor meter go down, but not my health meter. That's because armor and health are different. The way it works is armor, whenever you're standing on top of an enemy, like in their hitbox, or you're getting hit by a weak projectile, like bullets, your armor meter goes down, and when your armor meter hits 0, your health drops down, or if you get hit by a strong projectile like a rocket or something, that also makes it go down. So there I just leveled up my crack stat to level 3. Cracks are those little puzzles. You saw me do one like 20 seconds ago at the beginning of this level. Cracks let you open doors, fuse different weapons, all sorts of cool things. So by leveling it up, I'm able to solve more difficult cracks. And leveling up my crack to level 3 is going to let me do a big skip in this level. So the weapon I picked up in that box at the beginning is the resonance detonator. What it does is it sends out, a wave of, it's basically just like your kick attack, except in like a little circle. And the way your kicking works is your kicking is tied to an attribute called strength, and that lets you kick down enemies or troops, aliens, depending on how high your strength is. Right now my strength is 1, which really means I can only go break down level 1 doors. But yeah, strength, yeah, that's what strength is. I mentioned that having crack at level 3 will let us do a really major skip in this level. That's, calling it a skip is kind of, I guess, wrong, because this game has no skips or glitches of any kind, but it is very, very made for speedruns, I guess. The creator of this game is actually a speedrunner of this game himself. So yeah, there's lots of different shortcuts you can take if you know the route, and I'll be using a lot of those. So you saw me do a few things there. One, I died on purpose, a death warp. The death warp was, hold on. Yeah, the death warp, I used that one-time checkpoint and then died, and it sent me back, so it saved the time there. And then you saw me get a jump upgrade, which lets me jump higher. This is why I leaned the level 3 crack, to open that door. If I didn't have it, I couldn't have opened it. So yeah, having a crack stat of level 3 saves a lot of time. So here we get some story updates. Basically, like, the aliens have come and they've destroyed Earth. So now, because I've killed less than 3 Tassin soldiers for the first two sectors, they're now going to offer me a truce, which is good. Which means they won't shoot at me as long as I don't shoot at them or get in their hit range. If I do either of those things, I lose like a minute. And I'll tell you why at the end of the level. Or you'll find out why, I should say. So I need to be really, really careful not to aggravate them in any way. Which makes Sector 3 kind of intense in any percent. Like, I'm gonna do these big jumps over the troops. And they move kind of randomly, too, so... Like, I could very well accidentally aggro one of them. Like, if this guy moves forward. No, okay, we're good. Yeah, you can see the turrets start shooting at me. It's pretty good. So something to mention is that my computer is not the best. So the game is lagging quite a bit. You can't really tell unless you were like watching a normal video of it, but the game is lagging, and because of that, this time probably won't be that good. If I were to play on a computer that had no lag, like say a AGDQ computer, I could probably get sub 40, definitely get sub 40 every time. But yeah. So up here, there's going to be these 2 other robots, or not robots, why do I keep calling them robots? Aliens called the Kamado robots, and that's kind of like one of the defining things of Iji, or is that there are these 2 hold on, I apologize. Is that there are these 2 alien species fighting at once. You have the Tassin, who we've seen so far, and then, wow, that was odd, and then the Kamado, who are these guys. You see, I aggroed the Kamado, but it doesn't matter, because, we didn't make the truce with them. So the reason I had to make this truce and follow it, well actually there's one more dude, so, let me just make sure I don't, okay, perfect. Alright, so I kept the truce, which is good. So the reason I kept the truce is because if I do not keep the truce, this next boss coming up here, well, you won't be able to tell. There's supposed to be a boss here, but if you keep the truce, he does not do anything. The Tassin come and save you, like that. So yeah, makes this part a lot easier. We don't have to fight the boss, and that's why it's so important I keep the truce. Also, most cutscenes you can skip by hitting escape, but for those, but for the boss cutscenes, for some reason you have to mash through them. It's pretty odd. Sector 4 is really cool because we get the introduction of a new mechanic called the Tassin Shredders. But before that, I had to level up my strength to level 6. That's going to allow me to do another shortcut in this level. And that shortcut's also going to save quite a bit of time. Alright, cool movement coming up with these things. These are Tassin Shredders. They're the vehicles for this game. That was a little ugly, but it's fine. So because I have the level 6 strength, I can go up here. Well, I can always go up here. But I can break down this door, which would normally not be possible. And that skips a lot of the level. So the truce is over. So I don't have to worry about having the truce anymore. Which is good. There's just a switch I need to go over and hit. So, I guess this would be a good time to talk about the other stats. There's health, which obviously gives me more health. Attack, which is different from... Nice. It's different from strength, because strength is related to your kick, while attack is related to your weapons. And then there are the other 2 stats, which are weirder, I guess. there's the Tessin and Tomato stats. Those let me wield more powerful Tessin and Tomato weapons. You can see right now, hold on, okay, that was good. You can see right now all I have is the 1 and the 5 weapons. If I get more, if I level those other 2 stats up, it'll let me wield more powerful Tessin and Tomato weapons, which I will be doing later in the run. Because some of those weapons are very, very good for speedrunning. So I just need to activate the switch. And what's coming up now is I'm going to do a hidden technique. It's one of the few hidden techniques that are in this game. It's called a Nano Field Reboot. And basically what it is I crouch and do that. Hold on, did I do that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so what I just did was I got rid of all of my levels, I got rid of all of my attributes, but it let me respec them in any way I want. So that's really good, because it's gonna let me give me the ability to change my character a lot quicker than I would be able to if I didn't have that. So it's a good thing. So Sector 5 is really cool because it's where the Tessin and the Tomato start killing each other, I guess. And a really, really cool fun fact about this game is that their AI actually prioritizes killing each other over killing you. So, I just need to... Well, they'll still kill me if I'm in the way, but I'm definitely a lot more safe. So you saw me just level up my Tessin to level 10. Now I can wield any Tessin weapon I want. So yeah, because the Tessin and the Tomato are going to be firing at each other from now on, what I need to be really, really careful of from now on, especially, is because there's just going to be random bullets flying everywhere, like that, I need to not get hit by them. Because that is probably the most common method of, or way I die, is just, I'm not paying attention and a stray bullet comes and hits me. It is really, it's something I really need to watch out for. So yeah. Nice. That was a mistake on my part. I accidentally hit the attack button. Doesn't really matter. But a good thing about the Tessin and Tomato fighting each other is that they will always... Whoa, words are so hard. What am I trying to say? Is that because they're killing each other, when they kill each other, they also drop nano. So from here on out, there's just going to be random nano drops on the ground. Which is a very good thing. Oh, nice. Forgot to level up, okay. So here I'm going to make the... Oops. Nice. So here I'm going to make the spread rockets, which are rockets that spread out in 3 different directions, and that's going to let me blow this crate thing up early, and that skips another large majority of this level. Well, that's part 1 of the skip. Part 2 of the skip is this damage boost, which is one of my favorite things in the run. Yeah, that lets me... That lets me get to the jump item a lot earlier, which is really good. Oh, hold on. Wait. Hold on. I forgot something. I forgot to get the... I'm sorry. I normally run all items in this game, the category. That's my category I usually run. And we don't do this in all items, so I forgot. We go down here and get these. I'm a little really low on mana, so I will need to kill some guys. Oh yeah. This is a big time loss, but I need to get to a certain level. Ooh, nice, I got sniped. Yeah, this is the kind of thing I just need to get good at if I were to run AG at a marathon, is reacting. I think my big problem was I was going off the all items nano route, and the all items nano route is very, very different. I'm not quite there yet with my nano, but I can get some. Yeah, like I can just kill this guy. So that took like forever, and I apologize. But I do need to get my crack to level 9. And like I said, I still had the old route on my mind. Not the old route, the all items route. So yeah. Hopefully that detour that took like a minute should fix itself. Wow, I got another pop-up. Nice. So now that I have crack level 9, I can make the nuke, which is one of the best items in the entire game. We also got the high jump ability. That's what that sequence break let us do. Yeah. It lets us jump higher, obviously. Oh, nice. Good platforming. Alright, so coming up is the hardest fight in the game. Alright, fight over. You can one-shot that fight with the nuke, which is one of the reasons the nuke is so important. So if there's end screens, it's just asking me if I want to save, which obviously I don't, because that's slow. Nice, I fell. So this game is filled with references. There are so many references in this game, just to other media, pop culture. It's pretty amazing. And this game also has a bunch of secrets, a lot of which you see in all items, but a lot of which you actually don't. I've been thinking of maybe running a 100% category, which would be pretty ridiculous because there's so much content in this game, but it's definitely possible. So there's another death ward coming out. I just need to activate this thing. Nice. That was not what I meant to do, but okay. Alright. That was a really slow death orb, but that death orb saves a lot of time, so it was still faster. So this guy right here, I forget his name. I think he's an assassin. Alright, he gave me the bad pattern where I have to jump. But it really doesn't matter all that much. Alright, so I'm gonna get the nano of shame up here. You don't need this nano, but I'll get it for safety. Good movement. So we just need to hit a switch up here. Need to make sure I don't get hit by any rockets. So something I forgot to mention in the last, when I fought that last boss and I killed him with the nuke, he dropped what's called a supercharge. Oh, nice. And what a supercharge is it fully restores your health and it gives you 1 extra point. It's one of the items we need to get for all items. Except obviously they're slow to get because they're secrets, but we get that one just because it's faster. So Sector 7 is cool. It's also, the beginning is also one of the hardest parts of the entire run. Very good chance I could just flat out die. Because there's a lot of really strong enemies. Thankfully, all that happens if you die is you go back to the beginning of the stage. So if I die here, I don't really lose that much time. So what you saw me do there was I got hit by the dude, but what happened was I hit the use key a few frames before I got hit, and that allows me to tech, which basically means I get hit, but and it does the same amount of damage, but it does a lot less knockback. Teching is another one of the secret abilities you get in this game, along with nano field rebooting. And another thing that I've sort of been doing, it's very not noticeable, but it is a thing. It's called air braking. Whenever you get sent flying by an enemy, if you hold left or right, you can alter the way that you're getting shot by the enemy. It's pretty cool. So I activate that checkpoint for another death warp coming out. So there's some cool damage boost coming up right here. Hold on. This is the first one. That went well. And the second one. Oh, okay. You can land up on that platform with the damage boost, and it looks really, really cool, but I didn't get it. The Devastator, which is that weapon I just used, it does a ton of knockback and a ton of damage. It's a really, really, really good tool. So here you'll see me, I need to death warp by killing myself by shooting these rockets, and I need to tech them, and the timing to tech your own rockets is actually really tight. Thankfully I got all 2 of them. So here's this thing called the Phantom Hammer that I need to blow up. I'm gonna use the nuke. Oh, I missed. Nice. Oops. So I destroyed the Phantom Hammer and that opens up the door. I think the Phantom Hammer has some significance, I don't know. This game actually has a really good story, I just don't know what it is. That was smooth. Okay. So Sector 7 has another really big skip. It's called the nuke jump. Well, it uses a technique called a nuke jump. And what it allows me to do is it allows me to jump over... Hold on. Yeah. Wait. Sorry. Okay, cool. Got it. Okay. So I used the nuke, which sends me back a certain amount. I just used that to get launched, and that skips most of the second half of the sector. So coming up is the Proxima fight, which is the second hardest fight in the game, and the hardest aside from the final boss. I need to get in an initial shot on him, and that's the hardest part, so let's see if I can do it. Oh, nice. I was still on the nuke. Okay. Whatever. Doesn't really matter all that much. That's fine. I need him to come down here. Because the way this fight works is there are these, panels, or electric fields, and you need to kick him into the fields. And that hurts him. For this other one. So I need to wait for it to recharge now. Oops. Get down here. Alright. And now I just recharge this one. And I need him to come down here. Please. Please. Yeah, this fight can get pretty ridiculous. But looks like we're in there. And we are in there. Decent fight. That was bad. That was a mistake on my part. Okay. That was decent, I guess. So Sector 8 is another one that is pretty much get to the end. There is one part that's pretty cool, and it's actually coming up like right now. This is actually my favorite sector in all items, just because to get the supercharge you have to do this really cool thing, and it ends up giving you a really cool Easter egg. So for this part, I have to wait for this thing to charge. Or I have to activate this and then wait for the thing to charge. It's powering up. So there are these enemies that come. I need to nuke them. Nuke 1. 2. 3. Alright. That was actually really good. How that went. That can go really, really poorly. So I'd just like to say, for the record, this run might not be sub 40, but I am playing with a lot of lag, and I've lost already like minutes to lag. Like, this one actually hasn't been that bad, but I've lost minutes to a good run just because of lag. So coming up at the end is a really cool damage boost. This is my favorite damage boost in the game. And yeah, it unlocks you right into the cutscene, which is really cool. So this is the cutscene when your brother Dan dies. It's supposed to be sad and stuff, but I don't know. Too busy going fast. Time for Sector 9. Sector 9 is a pain. We do get the use of Tassin Shredders, which is cool, but it has one of the most, not difficult, but annoying shortcuts in the run. So here we get this thing, which is a nano mirror, or it gives you a random attribute, and the one it gave me was the nano mirror, which is a reflector, which is really cool. That's one of the best ones you can get. This is the only thing we're gonna get in the run that gives you a random attribute like this. Most of the other ones are just too out of the way, and there are some attributes that can actually waste time instead of save them. So we just get this one. So the next objective we have to do is we have to activate these 4 terminals, which are just going to remove the lock on this bulkhead thing. Ooh, nice. So this part is really awful. You can die. So I'm gonna be quiet. Okay, that was actually really good. Alright, pretty solid. He almost shot me right after I said it was pretty solid. So I have 3 of the 4 locks unlocked now. I just need to get this one. Or not this one, sorry. Oops. Nice. Got sniped. So this is the part that's really, really, really painful. I need to raise this lift and then kill myself. Right. So now I've raised the lift. I'm normally supposed to raise the lift and then do this big loop around to go back to that area, but if I just death warp, I just have to walk through this hallway. But the bad thing is these guys are shooting at me, and there's really not much I can do. So I've actually gotten... Okay. I was gonna say, I've actually gotten really good RNG so far. Oops. So another Devastator boost is coming up. This one's probably one of my favorites. Along with the one at the end of last sector. Just because it launches you so far. So what happened here is that the because we kept the truce, the assassin frees tomato. I think that's what happens. I need to level up crack one. So now that I have cracked, Tazen, and Tomato all at level 10, that'll let me wield any weapon in the game. So here I'm going to make a weapon called the Velicither. Approximately a 90% chance I'm pronouncing that wrong. Oh, excuse me, I have the hiccups. That's embarrassing. Yeah, you'll see why that weapon is so good next round. But for now, I have to fight Iosa the Invincible. Oh, this fight is really painful if you're not good. So the gimmick is that I have to stand on these platforms which summon the electro pads. And if I do this 3 times per platform, it'll break and do a lot of damage to Iosa. You can see that did 2 bars right there, which is a good amount. So another thing that happens when you have, oh, nice. So another thing that happens when you have all 10 weapons, or all 8 weapons, sorry, you can do this. But I just with something called Retribution. Basic Retribution, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm dumb. If you've gotten knocked down, you can do that powerful attack when you can get up. And you can only do it once per sector, but it does do a ton of damage, like you just saw. You also have to be at, I think it's less than 5 health. I'm gonna go grab this. That was slow, but it was worth it. I need to be really careful not to die. No, okay, that's fine. Actually, it isn't, but, that's a bummer. It's fine. Stuff like that happens in this one. A cool note is that if I had stayed pacifist throughout the entire run, if I had stayed pacifist throughout the entire run, I could have recruited this assassin soldier to come and help me in this fight. It's actually a really cool thing, but it wastes way too much, and it saves a lot of time, because he does a lot of damage to Iosa, but he just takes way too long to get for it to be worth it. Okay, that's fine. Wow, never mind. That's fine. That's fine. Like playing with lag in this fight is impossible because it drops inputs. I really apologize. Iosa's a really annoying fight. Wow, really? Yeah, I just keep getting sniped out of like the corner of, like, I don't know. I guess if I were to do this at a marathon, I would level up my health one more, because I can't afford to do that. I apologize, I feel like such a fraud. Yeah, like I said, I'm rusty at any percent. I mostly do all items, and this fight is very different in all items. Well, it's not that the fight is different, it's just that, I don't know, I'm just rusty. I'm not used to this. Shame, this run was actually pretty good, except for the lag up to this point. Yeah, just one more. Please. That's okay, that's okay. Alright. And that's phase 1. Phase 2 is very easy though. Did I die? Okay, no, I'm good. Alright. So the way phase 2 works is I need to get an arrow pointing down. Nope. Okay. Down. Down. There we go. Because that way, when he does that, he looks away for a second. Okay, hold on. And that lets me kick him into the wall, and then... Good. Yeah, that was really ugly. I apologize for like the 4 deaths or whatever it was. I'm sure that if I practiced that fight more and wasn't rusty, it definitely would have been a lot better. But anyway, final sector. This next hallway is one of the worst hallways in the entire game. That boost is actually really good. Alright, that was actually really, really good. That was not really, really good, but okay. So, we can use the Velocither. It's this really powerful beam weapon, and it lets us, like, just cut. It shoots through walls, which is the big thing. And normally in this level, you're supposed to go and knock down these barriers, and that lets you blow up the core that's inside. But if we use the Velocither thing, it just lets us shoot through it. You couldn't even see it because it was off screen. But yeah, we shot through it. and that let us go basically skip the entire level up to this point. So now all that's left is this little final stretch and then the final boss. I'm... okay. This got scary all of a sudden. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, I got this. I still got this. I don't got this. That's fine, because there was a checkpoint. That's just a little annoying. That actually hardly wasted any time. I'm dumb. I shouldn't have kicked that. Yeah, like I said, I'm a little rusty in this game, and especially rusty at any percent, because I submitted all items. Oh no, I failed the crack. Okay, if you crack that door, you can save some time. But if you get hit while doing a crack, you get knocked out of it. And I almost got it, but I got hit at the very end. That was really unfortunate. That was unfortunate, but that was an example of me using air braking. Okay. This is a little, that route I just took was a little slower, but a lot safer. Come here. Oops. Actually, it was just slower. So this is the final area before the final boss. So I'm going to level up Assimilate for the first time, and that lets me increase my ammo cap. Assimilate's level 3. So that weapon we just got was the Resonance Deflector, and that lets us deflect items back at enemies. Okay, time for the final boss. So the final boss of this game is really cool. It's... the whole gimmick is that he's really, really powerful. I fired that the wrong way. Nice. And the cool thing about it, he's huge, you can see. And he lags the game a lot. And he's so big that because this game was made in Game Maker, like, Game Maker could not handle him. So Daniel Lamar had to make Tor in a separate program altogether, like custom made, and then import him into Game Maker. And it shows, because it's crazy how high quality this boss is. So I'm shooting three, counting hard, 3 Devastator shots at him per cycle. I could technically do 4, but it's really ridiculously hard. Alright, so he has 4 different attacks he can do here. He can do this one, which I believe he's done twice now. He can shoot out balls, and that's the slowest one. He can... And then there's a final one he can do with the laser, and that one's the fastest. So for the actual marathon, I am going to provide the incentive to fight Genial Tor on his maximum charge. That's a very, very difficult thing to do. But I think if I practice enough, I can do it. Yeah, this fight's just knowing his attacks, teching the attacks that you will get hit by, or that you can't avoid. Because sometimes it's better to just get hit by an attack and tech it. I switched to the wrong thing. That shouldn't matter. I need to be careful here. Okay. This is the fast attack. So whenever he lands, I'm timing my Devastator shots very carefully. Because, that was a scenario where I really couldn't avoid getting hit. I need to be careful. Yeah, whenever I land, I'm shooting, because the Devastator puts me up in the air, and I need to be in the air when he lands, because when Tor lands on the ground, he, oh my gosh, words are so hard. He creates a shockwave that'll knock me down to the ground. So I need to be in the air when he's doing it. And I could jump, but doing a Devastator shot is just a more efficient way of doing it. Okay, that's fine. Because it lets me get in some chip damage on him. Because really in this fight, that's all the Devastator is doing. It's just doing a little bit of chip damage each time. Alright, one more cycle. One final note, this song is amazing. Right. I don't need to shoot him with, I'm just gonna shoot 2 to be safe. Actually, I won't shoot any. I'll just wait it out, try to avoid stuff. Okay, I didn't think I would be able to dodge that, but I could. Ooh. Okay, that's fine. And... oh, there's one more. Oops. I counted wrong. Okay. This fight's really, really hard, so... okay, well, he gave me the good pattern twice. We should be... almost in there. This shot might kill. Okay, cool. That's itchy. Sorry for all those deaths and the lag. The game does not run well on my computer at all. Yeah. That's it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you very much consider it for the marathon. Bye-bye.